to marry again and leave for another place. That's not fair. He said, all right, I'll decide to marry after I have returned. Now he's undertaken the journey literally because they all believe it. This is not my word. This is their word. This is how they read the hadith. He will first start killing the Dajjal. But to that I'll return later. Let's start with the swine or the breaking of cross. He will travel all the countries of the world. Each of the countries of the world, of all continents, and search into the houses of people, gate crash, and see any cross anywhere. Christians will naturally hide, so he will throw away the garments thrown over the cross, or dig the cross from underneath, and having done it, he will break the cross and say, all right, no more of it. Now I go. Next house, and the next house, and the next house, and the next house, to finish just the continent of South America. It would take him 1,000 years to have a complete search of every house and break every cross. And who will prevent people from remaking the cross, remanufacturing it after he is gone? He turns his back and he is about to leave the South American continent when suddenly the news reaches him that all these vagabonds, they have rebuilt the crosses. All right, I'll go back to that. To and fro, from South America, from the end of Chile to the northernmost part of South America. He will go on moving like a shuttle and breaking the crosses. Is this what they expect from the wisdom of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the wisdom of God? This is their own distorted thinking, which they attribute to Allah and to the holiest of His prophets. And if anyone is to be punished for blasphemy, these people must be punished. What an absurd image of a prophet of God they are making and attributing it to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Imagine. All right, one day at last, he will be able to leave the territory of South America and enter North America. How many years will it take him to finish with all the crosses, and how many days it will take for the highly industrialized America to rebuild all the crosses? It's a matter for them to visualize. Then, if he doesn't look back, he go over to Canada. And the same story is repeated over there. Each house has to be visited. Each closet has to be opened. Each corner has to be peeped into and seen if there is a hidden cross somewhere. All the boxes are to be, broken open, and the dresses are to be searched. Maybe some cross is hidden somewhere underneath. And poor ladies, whose garments are being examined by the Holy Prophet of Allah. Imagine. What an embarrassment. But according to their understanding, this is what is going to happen. This is the sign of true prophet. So let them wait for this sign till eternity. This sign will never be fulfilled, because this is the stupidity of their own minds. It is not the word of the true meaning of the word of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah. Okay, he finishes, then he goes to Far East. Of course, he travels everywhere. Goes to the Far East and Middle East and everywhere, and does away with all the crosses, etc., and returns home very tired. And people think now he will attend us, he will reform us, he will take care of our spiritual health. And they say, oh Jesus, Alhamdulillah, you come, welcome home. He said, what do you mean by welcome home? I have yet to kill the swines. And do you know how many swines there are in the world? He said, let me finish the task, then I will return to you. And he begins the journey of killing swines from all the rivers of Pakistan, if he lands in Pakistan. If he lands in India, he will start doing it there. Or wherever he lands, he will first search in the wilderness and destroy all the wild swines, boars, and it is so much work to be done, because the swines live in millions along the sea, or the shore, river shores, river banks. But then he will turn to those styes, artificial farming places where the swine, the pigs are raised, and they will be murdered one after the other, pitilessly. And then he'll go on moving from one place to another and finish the journey of all the 5 continents and all the countries within those continents and all the jungles and wildernesses and all the cities and townships and villages. He will visit every street. He will knock at every door or gate crash into every house. Come on, come with your pigs. Where are they hiding them? And if they don't tell him, the pigs may squeak. There will be such a noise made, you know. The banging at the door and breaking of the doors, etc. If there are any pigs in hiding, they are bound to speak. So, all right, don't tell me, I know where they are. So you throw away the covers from the pigs and start slaughtering them. A prophet of God. And until he has done this, they will not believe in him, because they demand signs. And until all these signs are fulfilled, they cannot believe in him. This is their demand from us. So having done away with all the pigs, then he will return home at last, very tired, and says, find some suitable match for me, please. Because in obedience to the Holy Master Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I must marry and live long enough to raise a few children. So they will go round and round the world in search of a good, sensible girl who, despite the age difference, realizes that he is a holy man, so let me marry. So, but who will perform the Liqaa? Because the signs are not yet completed. That is the problem. How can they believe in him before the sign is completed? Mullahs will not read the Liqaa until they believe. So he will have to get himself registered in some registry office, and then he will say, all right, but I am not yet finished. I have to kill the Dajjal. And what is a Dajjal? A huge monster, single-eyed monster, left eye is big and sees deep, penetrates deep into the things, even sees underneath the layers of earth. The right eye is completely blind. So this monster is the Dajjal, and he has to kill him before people begin to believe in him, because all the signs are not yet over. To kill a swine is no big sign, every butcher can do that. To break a cross, any strong man can do it, no problem. But to kill that giant of a man who has been prophesied in the name of the Dajjal, the real challenge to his prowess and strength would come when he undertakes the journey to reach and capture and destroy the Dajjal. Right? So, you remember all these things, have you noted down? The story of Dajjal I'll tell later on. It's a very interesting story. So then I will inquire from this gentleman, which signs do you want? Which signs do you prefer? Right? But that's what will happen next week, inshallah. Okay? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
MTA International, reaching the corners of the earth.